I think Klapka's made it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It reminds me of Walker Duehr, but I like Klapka a lot more than I liked Walker Duehr. I think Klapka stands out in a lot more positive ways versus just being on a
Klapka's going to play in the World's
shooting.
quarterfinals on
Yeah.
Thursday. So, I mean,
Like, to me, what I saw from Adam Klapka last year was not indicative of a shooting percentage spike. It was indicative of a player who found his legs and really became an impactful player even when he wasn't scoring. I thought he was by far and away the best player on that fourth line for a lot of that stretch drive. So I don't know if I would consider him a Wranglers guy at this point, but sure.
Huska was really complimentary during exits about Klapka. I think either game 81 or during exits, he sort of mentioned that, that last stretch, it's after the last, I think, 13 or 15 games, something like that, after they put Klapka on the fourth line with Rooney and Lomberg, things just sort of clicked. And that fourth line, like we saw that game against, was it Colorado, where, the fourth line just barreled their way into stealing them a game because they got good enough goaltending, and then the fourth line just woke up. And, if Klapka can be the AHL version of himself, like that kind of confidence, that, that assuredness of, oh, I can just do my thing and, go to the net and, wreak havoc. And like we saw that one beautiful goal he scored in the World Championships. If that Klapka can show up like 40 to 45 games a year,
wow,
that's pretty good. I think they'll be pretty happy with that.
Well, I wrote a little bit about it earlier this week at Flames Nation, and you look at the history of players in this league who are that tall. Because there have been a few of them. He's not the only one, but there haven't been many.
Keegan Kanzik.
Well, I said in this league. But if you're looking at the history of guys in the NHL, primarily guys that size are defensemen who don't necessarily need to make as intricate a move with the puck on a regular basis as a forward needs to. And if you're looking at guys who are 6'8", it's sort of guys like Mitch Fritz and Derek Bugard and John Scott. And, it's guys who were known for fighting. And Elmer Soderblom is sort of the only one who's sort of in that similar vein. But then you got to kind of go down to 6'6" guys like Marty Hansel and Eric Daze. And it's guys who are that tall. They just don't score. They don't produce. They don't contribute offensively on a regular basis. It is so unusual. I mean, I even remember seeing the Flames have had some tall guys. They've had guys like, I don't know, remember Chris Breen?
The Breen Giant. Very good AHL player.
But like even guys like Kevin Westgarth, and I don't even know. They've had tall guys. Nobody has ever stood out as much to me immediately as soon as he steps on the ice as Adam Klapka does. He is just, it's like he's an alien. He's like plucked out of another galaxy.
He was obviously not drafted. He was a free agent, but the Flames have never drafted in their history a player listed as 6'8".
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.